Hey guys, this is Alex703 Rockstar and I am back with another album review. But before I start this review, I'm going to ask you, my subscribers, a question. And that question is, do you want me to add some editing into my videos? Right now, I took away the intro. I am just doing like one take for my reviews. And I know I can be a little incoherent at times. But sometimes people like that style of reviewing, and I think editing works for some people, and it doesn't for others. For example, You're Wrong, I'm Right, amazing reviews, and as he put it, a bag of rocks or a sack of potatoes has better editing than him. Yeah, so I just want you guys to know if I should add some editing into my video. I mean, the needle drop does it very well, JGC sound does it very well. It can be very cool, but, you know, some people may not like me doing that. Plus, it would give me a shitload more work. But anyway, I'm here to review an album that I'm sure most of you don't want me to review, but too bad because there are some people that do. And that is Weezer's Hurley. Yes, it is called Hurley for no fucking reason. And why is he on here? I have no idea. When I went to see them in July, this local radio DJ for a station, Matt Pinfield, who's a fucking prick, by the way, he came on stage and he was like, yeah, I heard their new album might be called Heavy Mental. Oh my god, that is so clever. And I'm happy they didn't call it that, because that would be a stupid fucking name. But I have no idea why they called it this. Anyway, it is Weezer's first record, not on Geffen Records. It's on Epitaph Records. So they've gone indie. Like Epitaph is such a small company, but still, that's besides the point. And you notice it in their sound. It's a lot rawer. They get back to more of the guitars and the distortion that they had on their earlier albums. And in fact, this album in many ways is very reminiscent of the Green album, which isn't necessarily a good or a bad thing. The Green album is fucking overrated, by the way, anyway. But still, besides the point. When I heard Memories, I really hated it the first time I listened to it, but I enjoy it more now, and after hearing the rest of the album, it's one of my favorite tracks, because one of the worst flaws on this album is something that is a characteristic of this album that is so un-Weezer-like here, is that a lot of these songs are half-written, and that is very, very strange for Rivers. Even on Ratitude, which is a bad album, don't listen to what my review said, which is a bad album, the songs were fully developed, it seemed, even if they developed in a bad direction. They were fully developed, and here I can list like 3 or 4 songs that I don't think are fully developed at all. Trainwrecks, this song, Where's My Sex, which is such a fucking annoying song because it starts off all promising and then it is like a one-trick pony that keeps repeating the trick ad nauseum. Hang On, Smart Girls, all these songs are shit. They just are half-written. It's like Rivers Cuomo is just like, alright, I got this great idea, guys, let's go to McDonald's. And that's very uncharacteristic of him, even on their bad albums like Ratitude and even Make Believe, which I didn't like either. The songs were fully developed, they were fleshed out. That was something I could not complain about, and so it's kind of weird that I am complaining about it now. It's not something I expected to complain about. One thing, they have ditched all the weird hip-hop elements that they started to put in their recent albums, which makes me think that was sort of like a record company pressure type thing, because although I love hip-hop, Weezer doing it never quite worked out. It was really weird. And I'm happy they've eliminated that completely. Now, besides the songwriting, let's get to the music. As I said, much more distorted, much more raw, but on a lot of the songs they cheapen themselves almost. Like, they'll have such a simple riff and they just won't resolve it at all. It'll just be the melody and it's just repeating the whole song, and then you'll have the chorus, and then there'll be a verse. It's just such a repetitive structure to the song, and it's not like they're great musicians, so they have to come up, and they're not bad musicians, but they're not great, and they have to come up with something more creative to keep my interest. Like, just this song is a perfect example. Like, listen to the review, if you listen in the background, this song has just been repeating itself over and over again. And that's not necessarily a bad thing for one song, but for the whole album, you just need new ideas. Now, I bought the deluxe version of this album because I was the only one available at the store. It's actually sort of worth it. Once again, fucking Weezer Deluxe Edition, they put their best songs on the fucking bonus tracks. All My Friends Are Insects is an interesting little song. It's not a great song, but it's interesting. They have a very strong cover of Viva La Vida that's live. I Want to Be Something, I don't even remember, it probably sucked. And Represent, which was the U.S.'s national team's anthem at the World Cup. And this is the rocked out remix, and it is so much better than the version they used at the World Cup that was ruined by this annoying ass keyboard that they put in, and now they took it out here and replaced it with the guitar, and that is awesome. The song is really good here. So overall, I'm digging Weezer's aggression. I'm digging this new return to the old, but much like the Green album, it has strong points, but then its weak points are so weak that it just drags them down. And unlike the Green album, it doesn't have two songs that are so good that it will save the album. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this album a 4.5 out of 10. Now, it's not a horrible album, but it's not very good either. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate from this, because everyone's going to hate me, because, like, the people that I'm friends with on YouTube are going to be like, why are you reviewing such mainstream stuff? And then the big Weezer fans on here are going to be like, wow, I can't believe you hated that album. You have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds exactly like Pinkerton and the Blue Album, and that means it's good, and that means it's godly, and that means it's the Bible of music. So, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this review. I don't care. Fuck you. Alex703 Rockstar, and I am out, and so is Hurley. And I am going to put this album on my shelf now and probably not listen to it for a long time. I'd rather listen to this album, another album I picked up recently, very good. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Peace.